Boom! What is up, Wanderers? We are back with another one-take bag review, and I'm excited today to dive into another cheap Amazon find. What is this bag? This bag is the Ozuko Crossbody Sling, and those who follow along with the bag industry will recognize fairly instantly that this looks a little like the Boundary Errant Sling. What is the Boundary Errant Sling? Please click the link below in the video description to understand what this sling is, we'll say, loosely inspired by. The Boundary Errant Sling. That, which I haven't reviewed, is an excellent bag. This, we'll see. All right. So this bag comes in multiple colorways, and Amazon has been recommending it to me for multiple years. I have not clicked on it because, honestly, I thought maybe that's not a good bag, and maybe that price is a little too low for it to be a good bag. But on this channel, we do have a running playlist of Amazon bargains, and so I'm all in. Let's check this thing out. Is it a good bag? Lots of positive reviews on Amazon. Those, could they be wrong? Could they be for another product? Who knows? All right, so let's dive in. You know what we do on this channel. We're going to do a full walkthrough of the bag. We're going to talk about the exterior. We're going to talk about the interior. And then after that walkthrough, we're going to talk about two things we like about the bag. Usually I say love. Two things, not so much. And then an overall recommendation. Should you buy the Ozuko Sling from Ozuko? All right. This thing is marketed on Amazon as a crossbody EDC sling. I'll read you a little bit of the copy here in a little bit on that. This is also advertised as a tablet sling. So that's what we'll be evaluating. Is this a good minimalist, modern tablet crossbody sling? All right, so on first glance, it doesn't look terrible. I don't think it looks terrible. It does look a little mishmash and squishy, and doesn't look as tight as it does in those photos on Amazon, of course. So let's talk exterior first. You've got kind of a rubberized nylon and then a very lightweight nylon material that makes up the bulk of this bag. The materials are honestly, instantly when you pick it up, nothing special. They're not terrible, but they are kind of the cheapest of the cheap, okay? So on the bag, you do have an attachment point at the bottom. You do have a bit of a dangly strap here, so we'll talk about that. You have a hook on top, a little holder for hooks, not necessarily a grab handle. So this is not, I guess loosely you could call it a grab handle, but it's too small to be a real grab handle, which may be a theme that you hear me say a lot in this review. Too small to be useful. All right. On the back of the bag, you have a reversible strap that can be left shoulder or right shoulder. That easily reverses with a normal, fine quality attachment, okay? Normal, fine quality materials here. Not a lot of padding. Interestingly enough, you do have a transit card holder here behind a little bit of a hook and loop. You do have some string popping already happening on the bag. That's not a great sign. On the back of the bag here, the padding is decent. I would say decent. Wearing the bag is, not terrible. Not great. It's not a really great bag to wear, but, it's not terrible. And it does fit kind of at that 45-degree angle that I'm looking for in a sling. When you sling it around to the front, it is incredibly not usable as a front carry, or there's nothing to really access from the side of the bag. So it's a take it off to get into it kind of bag. All right, so let's get into it. First pockets that we're going to talk about are these front pockets. Those actually look useful, don't they? You got two pockets here, and about 6.5 inches here of usable space on the front of the bag. Surprise! The pocket only goes to the edge of this silver material, this gray material. So I've got one small thing of Advil in there. This pocket, surely this pocket is bigger. Well, don't call me Shirley, and no, I got one Sharpie in it because this one also only goes to the gray here. So these might go down in Wander EDC history as the most useless pockets I've ever seen. I mean, I guess you could put your pocket knife in one. Just your pocket knife. That's not, I guess, completely useless, but it's really, really, really close. You're towing the line on completely useless. If one of these had a couple of pen holders in it and the other one ran, you know, about 6 inches here, so you could put a wallet in it, that would be interesting, an interesting choice. The more useful choice would be to have one of them cross the whole way and the other one either access the main compartment so that you could access the main compartment from the side, or a secondary pocket that ran underneath the first pocket. You got multiple choices. One that's 1/3, one that's 2/3, one that accesses main compartment, one that does the whole front of the bag, or overlapping pockets. All three of those would have been good choices. You might as well not even have these zippers if you're just going to do what they did. So completely useless, completely useless. All right, so fidlock. Let's talk fidlock. That's the kind of the design element on the front of this bag, a big fidlock. So we pull this off and unhook the bag. That's nice. It's certainly not their work. Thank you to the good folks at Fidlock for making fun buckles, but I like that. It's also, you know, heavily inspired by the Boundary Errant pack. Okay, on top here, you have a flap, and this flap can do two things. One, it can zipper shut, and two, with, you know, decent rubberized zipper pulls. Two, you can roll it down and hook and loop into there so that the only closure on this bag is the fidlock. So that's not bad. That's not bad. So you've got a choice between a zippered, fully sealed back and a one flap fidlock. The problem, of course, with this design, I hate to keep picking on these guys, is that when you do just roll this up and hook and loop it, it creates a bit of a bulge at the top of the bag, which keeps this whole entire thing from securing tightly, which means you've got a major, major air gap at the top of this bag, which held at a 45-degree angle as a commuter sling, that might be a problem. That might be a problem. So just be aware. The other thing that I'd like to point out here is a bit of another quality issue. This sounds like they've used a piece of cardboard here. A piece of cardboard, potentially a piece of plastic, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure which, but it's not great. It doesn't feel like quality. All right, now let's talk about the inside of this sling bag. Inside this sling bag, you have the tablet pocket, and then another slip pocket, and then a water bottle holder, and the USB charger for the external USB port. And yes, this review is being done in the year 2022, and yes, this is obsolete and unnecessary. Stop doing it, people. Alpaca, I'm especially looking at you. Stop doing it. Nobody wants that. Nobody needs that. We're good. We're good. All right, so inside, you do have a high contrast silver interior, which is nice. Then you've got your tablet pocket. Your tablet pocket is interesting. Looking at the dimensions of this bag, I would expect that I would be able to get an 11-inch iPad into the tablet pocket, okay? Look at this. You would think so. I mean, that's not unreasonable, right? To think that. It should fit. All right. In its Magic Keyboard, it does drop right into the main compartment, but the tablet sleeve itself, not a chance. Way too tight. So let's take off the Magic Keyboard. Let's be reasonable, okay? So just the iPad. Can I get this into the tablet sleeve? Well, that's in the front sleeve, so that's a no. So there's a little kind of document pocket in the front. That's a no. What about the back sleeve? Well, it is tight. It is tight, and it doesn't quite get covered up by the zipper on this bag, and there's no padding in the tablet sleeve. It's just a piece of fabric. So my advice to you, unless you have an iPad mini with a case on it, this is not a great tablet. This is not a great tablet crossbody. All right, let's talk about the rest of the pockets in here. You have a slip pocket on the front, 2 slip pockets on the back, and then a water bottle pocket on the side and or a power charger bank pocket on the side. Let's test this thing out. So, 20 ounce. This is a pretty slim bottle from Swell. I really enjoy these Swell bottles. It's really slim. It's about the size of also like a 20 ounce soda or bottled water. So I'm going to try and put this into the pocket. It doesn't fit. The pocket's too small. I can put it in upside down. That works. But so you're looking at this pocket being big enough for, you know, a Minute Maid sports box drink, a Red Bull. You could put a Red Bull in this pocket, okay? So it's down in the bottom of this bag, and it's just tiny. So again, the theme for this bag, frustratingly, is becoming too small to use. Not the bag itself. The bag itself is plenty big for what it is. All the choices, all the design choices, are all comically small, except one. When I first opened this bag, I said, there is a, let me see if you can see this. There's a weird neoprene black section taking up a quarter of the inside of this bag. That's weird. Upon further exploration, I found this fun pocket on the side here. And this pocket is really nice. It's neoprene. It's on the exterior. It runs more than the dimensions that it looks like all the way through here and sticks into the bag. The interior is really a unique material choice. I like the neoprene pocket. It's kind of cool. I fit my wallet in there. I can fit a Sharpie in there. I can fit the Advil in there. I can fit the pocket knife in there. I can fit the Leatherman in there. Like, wow, you did it. It is, like, this brand is capable of making a usable pocket. It's fun. Look at that. Way to go. It's the only usable good pocket on the whole bag. You do have kind of a hidden stash pocket on the back here that, you know, dimensions-wise, this one is really nice too, but it's up against you. And so, you know, when I found even putting in some AirPods in there, I felt them against my back. So then again, you know, how usable is that pocket if it's going to poke you in the back? Wow. All right. Ozuko. 2 things I like about this bag. The first one is this side pocket with the neoprene. Kind of cool. I don't know that I've ever had a neoprene lined pocket before, and it felt neat. It felt neat. And it added some stretch, it added some funkiness and some dimension to the bag. Another thing I like. It's you guys, it's easy to change this from right to left shoulder. That's really, honest to God, that's it. That's all that I like. I want to read to you a couple of things. Okay, so story time with Wander EDC. We're pulling up this bag on Amazon. It says that this is the best casual Daypack. It comes with a charging port. It's a good gift for Thanksgiving and Christmas or Black Friday. It holds your cigarettes and your notes and your pens and your camera and your phone and your headphone, tablet, mouse, wallet, watch, small notebook, post-it notes, pen, camera, etc. Come on, guys. This maybe carries your camera and your pen right here and your Advil right here. I mean, what do I say? 2 things I don't like about this bag. It is cheap as hell. But unfortunately, it's not actually cheap. This is not a $20 bag. This is a $40 bag. This is a $40 bag. Yikes. It's kind of a hot mess. So the quality is terrible. You saw me pulling strings off this thing already. Everywhere the design choices are just cheap, 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 cheap. The fid lock is kind of nice. And the neoprene pocket is kind of nice. And the padding on the back is not terrible. Everything else I don't like. And thing number 2 I don't like about this bag, all the pockets, save one, are too small to be useful. Now, I'm not a giant, okay? I'm a big dude, but I'm not a giant. My stuff is the same size as everybody else's stuff. And I'm fairly minimal with my carry. The water bottle pocket doesn't fit a water bottle. It's not, you know, you may come back to me and say, don't use it as a water bottle pocket, use it as a battery backup pocket. I tried. My battery's too big to fit in it too. So, yes, don't buy this bag. Please, for the love, don't buy this bag. What you should check out instead is the actual Boundary Errant Sling. I'm going to leave a link to that and to this. I want you to see it. But the Boundary Errant Sling is the one you want if you like the visual look of this one. Don't think that this is a cheap version of that. It is not. This is a cheap version of a high school kid's lunchbox with too many pockets stapled to the side of it. Like, this is terrible. Okay, so I don't do this a lot, y'all. I really like most of the bags that I review. Don't buy this. Stay away. Run. It's not great. It's terrible. You don't want it. The end. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope I kept you from buying this bag. And, you know, to the folks at Ozuko, if you're watching, it's just not good. Please take the notes from this review for version 2 of this bag and, you know, try and stretch a little bit further away from the visual look of the Boundary Errant Sling bag as well. All right, everybody, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please leave me a like, subscribe if you're new here, and everybody, we will see you later. Bye for now.